Welcome to our story, Making the Impossible Possible. Greetings to Krishna Athmakuri sir. Hearty hello to my team. I am Deepthi Sitaluri, pursuing first year chemical engineering, and will be hosting this session for the next half an hour. We are grateful for your presence. I highly appreciate everyone who is here on time. Let us get started with our invocation by Apurva.
We are a team, talented, energetic, astonishing mindsets. We can do anything and everything. We talk, we care, we respect each other. We see beauty in everything. We are connected by heart and driven by values. We celebrate each other. We provide value to each other. We take ownership in everything we do. We have freedom to make mistakes. We learn as we go. We are mad to make a difference. We love disruptive ideas. We make impossible things possible. We are strong to question the creation. We believe in dreaming big. If we do not dare to dream big, are we really living? Why be ordinary when we can be extraordinary? We should be driven by our goals, not by egos. We can do it. We will do it. Let us not hope for the best. Let us be the best. This is who we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Apurva, for powerfully reciting our invocation. Your graceful voice made our invocation even more impactful. So, stories. Stories are those invisible frames that forms the basis of the way things are perceived in this world. You might have heard many discrete, distinctive stories from your parents, grandparents, friends, books, and of course, movies too. I repeat, discrete, distinctive stories because they just talk about only one or two phases of an individual's life. But humans, we crave to experience the hidden magical conspiracies of the universe to make who we are today. Thus, here we are today to give you the holistic experience of our holistic divine journey of achieving big dreams. A journey that marked its revolutionary start 4 years back and is now passing on the legacy of striving to be in the top 0.0001% of happy people. So, are you ready to experience a heavenly, metaphorical ride of our journey? Our story in the form of a murmuration of these adorable starlings. Why late then? Let us start. Over to you, starlings.
Hola, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good like always, nothing much. How are you?
Awesome.
How is it possible that you always seem super energized and lively every time I meet you all?
Ha ha ha. Let me tell you a story. Our story of fantastic murmuration. Our team of vibrant, enthusiastic, like minded superstarlings who wants to be in the top 1% of euphoric, high spirited, and happy birds. Starlings who want to extend their wings to explore the limitless sky. Superstarlings who are a beautiful exemplification of serendipity. A flock that flies with love, floats with compassion, and leads with passion, lives with gratification.
Wow, a murmuration? Where it is and what it is about.
It is right here, embedded in everyone, but very few embrace it. Our Thop conversation is embodiment of incredible values, a powerful mission, and breathtaking vision to change the world and be the change we want to be. It is not possible alone. It needs a huge support system, an ecosystem to and express, and a culture to live in. Top culture. Yes, we all strive to live our values of assisting each other to fly and reach our desired destinations, our goals, our big dreams. We are a team of servant leads who work out everyone in the team and give our best to provide value to others. We fly in a decentralized web of heart to heart connections, which forms a strong foundation of our unity. We are independently dependent on each other. Our murmuration embraces starlings of different colors, different sizes, and different ages. We believe every super starling is unique and beautiful in its own way. We admire each and every bird in the flock, irrespective of all their arts. As a disruptive team, we rise to tremendous height with the strong belief in our minds to make the impossible possible. We are passionate to explore all extreme peaks, seamless seas, crispy deserts, and floral springs. Our murmurations also include birds from various species. We believe that interactions with new birds every time bring in the new energy and open the doors to make miracles happen. We are very grateful for they have been every moment they have been part of our flock and giving us an opportunity to provide value to them. Every bird from out of the flock, every bird from out of the flock tunes in with our song. That is the magic of our ecosystem.
Okay. Each and every bird has a unique skill set that is honed with heart. Learning is a continuous process in the flock. We rise up every day to learn something from the world. From an ant to an elephant, everything is a teacher to our ever learning mindsets. Learning is always interesting with our super starlings. We learn together with the ultimate resources accessible in the universe. We transmit our knowledge and acquire energy, and we assist each other to become the best versions of ourselves. We persist to fly, we fall, but we don't look at the ground and say it's impossible. We look at the high sky and say, we will make it possible. Every obstacle is an opportunity. What is the worst possible scenario? We might end up learning something new, experience the reality of life. We are grateful for every starling that triggers the change in our life, every chance that enriches us to give our best to the world, and every moment that makes us shine as a super starling. Gratitude is a driving force that attracts the whole universe. Gratitude towards each other enables us to fly in harmony. We care for each other. Each starling happiness matters. We are empathetic towards each and every Thop starling who is on the path of disruption. As a team, we float with unwavering entropy of emotions. Yes, compassionate we are.
Wow. But how do you manage to have such positivity and the right mindset every time? Don't you have low days? Is your emotional state always happy and inspired?
Well, it's all because of the platform which we created to express ourselves. Thop University, the platform which gives space to each and every super starling in us, vulnerable starling in us, excited starling in us, learner starling in us, grateful starling in us, and whatnot. We believe that every one of us has our own way of perceiving things, experiencing them, and expressing them. Thop University is an umbrella of the wild and colorful dreams of our Thop starlings. Every day at 7 p.m., the flock gathers together, settles down at their own comfort, and gets transported to the world of expression. We proudly call these gatherings as Thop Obsessions, where Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. we have a guest bird either from our murmuration or from different murmurations, expressing themselves and sharing their wisdom to empower us with their life experiences. We proudly call them Thop Talks.
But do you think that every starling is going to carry this positivity and feel good emotion all through their day?
Good question. Carrying the emotion for the whole, but instinct, positivity, inspiration. Then no podcasts are pleasing to pictures of the flock, coming to action and lit up our beautifully down days.
Looks like Apura has some network issue. I'll read it again. Good question. We may not carry the feel good emotion for the whole day long, but it's our instinct to tend towards the positivity, look for inspiration within our flock, and that's where our top podcast, our pleasing and soothing chirrups of the flocks come into action and lit up our moods on our emotionally down days. Top publications. Soon, we are also going to create another platform called Thop Publications, where we want to give space to each and every starling to come out of their comfort zone, get inspired to inspire the world with their art of chirping, but this time in writing. Yes, in writing. Again, this idea is going to be pursued by two of our own young, aspiring, ardent, starling entrepreneurs.
Ha! This is an amazing way of building and strengthening connections between flocks of not only our mindsets but of different mindsets too. I noticed that every activity you do has the same set of core values followed by every starling, and this is certainly creating a brand of your flock among other species.
That's true, Thop. Starting from our Thop talks to our Thop monthly celebrations, we are carrying our ecosystem, our values, and our Thop culture everywhere. We admire our culture so much, and that now it's part of every cell of every super starling. We just don't exist. We coexist. We live every moment to the fullest. Every day is a Thop day of excitement. Just imagine compiling all our proud achievements and memorable days and celebrating them. We fondly call it Thop monthly celebrations. Johnny?
Top monthly celebration? What it is actually.
Starlings love to fly in the sunset sky, but we, being a disruptive murmuration of starlings, love to not only enjoy the sunset skies of all days, but also acknowledge each and every moment we fly higher and higher in the sky. We love to celebrate each and every accomplishment of our super starlings, be it small or big. It has now become our monthly routine to gather on the first Sunday of every month and spread the happiness of our fellow starlings' success. Top monthly celebrations not only launch the achievements but also celebrates birthdays of every super starling. Okay, starling, bye for now. Let us meet at Top City.
Hey, what is this Top City? This is such a noble thought of celebrating each other's success. I'm astonished by the unrealized and priceless happiness you are creating in this world. Top murmuration is definitely going to leave a mark in this creation.
Brand is not a tag that a murmuration or a flock strives to create. It is the expression of emotions that a murmuration makes you feel, which eventually leads to the creation of the brand. It is the impact we strive to inspire the world. It is the ecosystem that every starling in this world desires to live in. It is the culture that persuades them to be the best version of themselves. And it is the value that the brand adds every day to their lives, which in turn creates the brand itself. Our Top brand is a humble yet powerful way of depicting our Top team, our Top accomplishments, and our Top culture. By the way, the word Top was born from the local Telangana dialect, which means simply out of the world. Whatever we create in this world, be it individually being part of Top family or as Top Isal family or as the aspiring CEOs of Top companies, will be under our proud Top brand. Every move is disruptive. Every action is revolutionary. What else does the world need? Our flock of hearts is incomplete without our parents, our support, and our extraordinary mentors, the torchbearers of our spectacular moves.
Dreaming of flying high is easy thing, but it needs homogeneous determination and perseverance to make it a reality. In this journey of fulfilling our desires, we need parent starlings to support us and top mentor starlings guide us through all the highs and lows. We believe that every super starling needs an ecosystem around them to be itself. Get over the inhibition and come out with the flying colors. Our Future Together program gives us this essential space where every starling of each flock come forward to collaborate and pave their path to reach new heights.
Collaboration of companies. In the meantime, super starlings learn to create their opportunities of interacting and collaborating with flocks of other species. Their flexibility and adaptability to different cultures followed by different species gives them wonderful opportunity to explore, experience, and enlive many beautiful dimensions of this world. This way, our starlings provide value to other flocks while learning something new from each and every moment. Thorpe collaboration of companies is an instrumental idea in fulfilling and relishing the joy of developing these unique embellishments to reach new heights every day. It provides the desired and essential space, environment, and culture to refine the entrepreneurship skills and that exist in each one of us. These collaborations are for a greater cause of starting up our own Thorpe companies in the next few months under the orchestration of super starling CEOs of already existing companies. Every day, we are blossoming with new ideas and creating opportunities to spread our wings wide. These are then immediately resulting in a unique conglomerate of super starlings from different flocks, where the experienced starlings are accustomed to assisting us using their experiences. This is about our future together collaboration of companies and our Thorpe brand. You can experience more in our Thorpe city. Let us meet in our Thorpe city.
Hey, tell me about Top City. Why are you flying away? Okay. I'm awe inspired with the way you pamper, respect each other's starling of your murmuration. I can clearly see a big picture of the world you have been creating for 4 years. This wouldn't this wouldn't have been easy, isn't it?
But guess what? When we are signed up for bigger things, we tend to see the rest of all things from a bird's eye perspective. Then naturally, our personal challenges seem tiny in front of the ambitious goals we have set for ourselves as a murmuration. Indeed, we are on the path of serendipity, and this is our pulsating journey of defying the laws of nature while defining the nature itself. Do you want to know about Top City? Come, let us meet all the starlings in the Top City.
But what it is and where it is. I'm curious to know about the Top City, but every starling is flying away.
Wait, I'll take you to Thorpe City. But before that, this is not only our story, this is our 4 years of hard work. This is our Thorpe Ideas of Disruption book, where we compiled all our disruptive ideas. We are still working on it and we will reach 110 ideas soon. These are our top accomplishments. Some were super successful, some sustained, some did not even sustain. But who cares? We are happy that we accomplished and we are ready to accomplish more, learn more, explore more, and experience more. Starlings, now I'll take you to our top city. Top City, designing our own world. A revolutionary idea to design our own city, our Top City. But wait, first of all, why do we want to design our own city? To disrupt the way cities have been assumed, to disrupt the way cities have been built. Yes, our city, a place where our homes are our laboratories and our colonies are our test beds, and manifest a decentralized web of networks where we want to devise an ecosystem and spread our Top culture all around the world and be lifelong enthusiastic learners, where we want to fabricate our own Top university, where we want to create our own Top currency and be financially untied to pursue our big dreams, where we make every moment special and be a stress free bee, where we want to spread our wings and fly high. You might think, is this even possible, or are we nuts to envision such a heavenly picturesque of our future? But yes, we are mad to make a difference in this world. We want to be seamlessly obsessed by making this Top City possible.
What a beautiful place you have. I can see drone systems, sustainable environment, and many more. I would love to join the Top journey and also Top City. Thank you so much, Starlings, for introducing me to this beautiful murmuration. I learned a lot from you all today. Blown away with your ever learning mindsets. All the best, young starlings.
Wow, Starlings, that was a lucid presentation by Thop Murmuration. But what is this murmuration? Who are these young Starlings? This is who we are, Team Thopisel. We are these young Starlings striving to touch sky high limits, dreaming big, making the impossible possible. And this is our story. Thank you so much for listening to our story for the last 30 minutes. And let us end the presentation with a video. Please play the video, Vivo. Thank you. Signing off, Team Thopisel. Now the stage is open for the comments.
Am I supposed to speak now? I just want to.
Yes, Krishna, you should.
Nice
This
presentation, guys.
is your cue.
Okay. Most of you seem to be in the first or second year of your engineering, and I think, I mean, to be very honest, I did not have these skills of presenting anything at that age. You guys are amazing. Fantastic job. Looks like you have a very well knit group. You were all in sync with the message you're trying to pass on. Good job. I in fact have more questions than comments. I want to know more about you guys, like what you're up to and what you guys have been doing. So, Shravan, can you help me with this?
Yeah, I think first, why don't you, Rohit, do you want to tell a little bit about your Terabat project?
Yes.
Try to do it in like 30 seconds to 45 seconds.
Yeah, so Thopisel is entering in every field, as we said. So one of them is Terabat project, which is an idea. It's a patented idea from one of the alumni and Thop mentor, Anup Mathuji, who is residing in US. So he is working on a low temperature heat pumps and thermal energy storage system where we planned a 9 months period of time, and we are working on that such that it can give a new picture on what is exactly thermal energy storage system, and it can produce at a low temperature. So it's an innovative idea which is not a conventional one. So if that works, it will create $1 million in the coming future. So we are working on that, and likewise we have many projects going on in and out of our minds and in and out of our teams. So this is one of them.
Cool.
So Krishna, by next year, sometime in next year, we will be the students will be establishing a company, probably something like Thop Terabat or something like that, under that banner. And then we'll be creating a collaboration with Anupji's company, Terrafor Technologies in US. And the patents which Anupji has, he wants to transfer them to these young people. He's in his 70s now, and he feels very happy. He feels very, strongly about these young people, that they are going to create a difference in this world. And so the patent will be, we don't know the percentages yet when it gets commercialized, how much money is going to go to Anupji and how much is going to stay with the students, but it will be all students. No, there is no mentor or any older people being part of that company. So that is something which will happen. Trying to set up the company is a little harder because we have one of the students who is part of this project is in RPI, your alma mater, in US. So we have to create a company which is in India and in US collaborating with. So we have to do some, we have to figure out all those details. The great part of being a mentor is I don't have to figure out all the details. They'll have to figure it out.
Okay.
So they
But
will be
great to
doing.
see that they have the enthusiasm to start a company this early, because yeah,
Yes.
to have to make the time and also to gather the energy to do these things is it's rare. And this is the
Yes.
first time I'm seeing, like, especially in India, young people coming together and doing this. So, how many people are there in the Terabyte group? Like, how many of you, Rohit?
Now we are four working on that, and likewise we have individual projects going on, team projects. So for now, Terabyte consists of four, guided by two mentors. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I usually have many questions than comments as such, but I don't want to stretch it there. Just curious more about more interesting projects you guys have. Like, what are we supposed to do in the next 30 minutes? If you can give me a heads up, then it would be really helpful.
Yeah, I think Krishna, what we wanted to do was first is give you a picture, that's what we did,
Mhm.
and now we want you to talk.
Mhm.
However long you want to talk,
Mhm.
and then we try to have this Thop talks exactly as you see that we start exactly at 7.
Mhm.
We try to end at 8.
Mhm.
This way we are being cognizant of other people's time, respecting people's time.
Mhm.
So, and then we are hoping after this conversation, Apurva will call you and try to answer some of your questions, and then see whether there is a further up call
Mhm.
where we can answer more of your questions, and at the same time we can learn from you. See, the whole thing is, as a mentor, I think I learn more than I give. These some of these times these kids think I give more, but I really don't. I learn more actually. I
Mhm.
am always, every day I'm telling myself, wow, I'm so lucky that I get to learn. You know, uh, the way they think is so different. I mean, this script was written by Vivikta. You see as Thop there, she
Mhm.
wrote the whole script.
Good job.
And this is really brilliant to be able to write a 4-year journey. And these young people have put in over 150,000 hours into this program, into this platform.
Mhm.
So imagine how many hours. That is a lot of hours these young people have put in. It is their baby.
Mhm.
So you can see the passion, you can see everything they're saying. They're not just saying it, it's not words for them. It is their heart that is speaking out here. So Apurva will, connect with you, and then we want to see whether there is a way we can help you. See, we look at everything as, can we help others? Because it's only when you get up in the morning and say, how can I help my wife, can my children, you know my neighbors, my colleagues,
Mhm.
and everything, life actually becomes magical. And so we start off with that. So when I say, Krishna, how can we help you, we really do mean that. How do we help your company? And you will see that we are actually already working with a couple of digital marketing companies.
Mhm.
And the Tejasri is, hope, we are also looking at Tejasri working with a what do you call, starting up a clothes company.
Mhm.
She's working with Shanti Putta, who has a Demands, is a software company. So
Okay.
he's trying to set up he's one of the mentors here,
Mhm.
and he's trying to spread his wings, he and his team. And Tejasri is going to be supporting him in that journey. So, uh, and so when we say monthly Thop company collaboration calls, we have Thop company collaboration calls every month, twice a week, every second Saturday and every fourth Saturday
Mhm.
for 1 hour. Have you heard of NASCOM, Krishna?
Yeah, heard of it. I haven't
NASCOM
gone
is
on it.
a conglomeration of software companies. They started in 1980s
Mhm.
when software industry was only $50 million per year overall, hardware and software combined. But the TCS, the Wipros, and everyone, they came together and said, we see a big future. We want to figure this out. And it took them 20 years to, to grow their companies. If you go and look at their companies from 1980 to almost 1995, there wasn't nothing happening at all. And then Y2K started, and then it took off. So we said, if NASCOM can be created, why can't we create our own NASCOM? Why do we want to think about, why can't we take these small companies that are around us, within our mentors and within our purview, and see how we can make all of these companies $1 billion companies? So that's our goal. So that's another goal which we are working on. We have been doing it for the last 2 months now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, if I can actually share something, there are few slides which I prepared. I think
Please do.
they are relevant. It's mostly about what I have been doing in my past. So let me just, and I hope it fits in rightly into the entire Thop presentations. So, I mean, I did not think that we get to see this, but let me. Are you guys able to see the screen? Okay. So this is me. This was some 15 or 16 years back. And these are all my friends from Usmani University. I joined Usmani University in 2002. I'm not sure if some of you were born at that time. And I graduated with chemical engineering in 2006. So this was the best time of my life till now. It was an amazing place. We had a lot of free time. At that, so this was before Orkut or Facebook or any of these social media platforms were even present in India. So it was before the social internet and the web 2.0. That's when I joined OU and spent really 4 golden years here. Learned quite a lot. Mostly, I was interested in chemical engineering. I worked with various professors at OU. I don't know if you guys have heard of this professor called Dr. Susarla Subramaniam. He was my mentor. He helped me do various projects which we submitted to AICHE, ASME, and all that in 2003, 2004. And we used to perform experiments at very low cost on heat transfer, mass transfer using plastic tubes, the thermocol boxes, and phase change material using temperature sensors and stuff. So those were my early days. That's when I was very much curious in research. Uh, so I tried to pursue my PhD. That's when I moved to RPI in 2006, where I spent 5 years, learned quite a lot on biology and biochemical engineering. So I graduated in 2011. So this is my team from RPI. He's my professor. He was my professor, Professor Ravi Kane. He graduated from MIT with his PhD and did his undergrad in Stanford and postdoc in Harvard. So his IQ level was way higher than mine, and my entire 5 years was mostly catching up with him and trying to learn from him. Most important thing I learned in RPI, apart from the science, is learning how to learn new stuff. Like, say on a Friday night, you get an idea. How do you convert it to an experiment by Monday morning? So how do you do that, and what sort of background work goes in? And this was most of the times, early on, I did not have a clue. So for like any student who goes to the US, right, you are wide-eyed with all the technology and the labs around you. You're always curious, trying to learn various things, not really focusing on anything in depth. So that was my first semester. But after that, after getting into Dr. Kane's group, we did quite a lot of research on. So my research was mostly focused on artificial membranes, which are nanoscale systems developed worked on for developing novel separation devices and stuff. So these are all biological systems used to diagnose various types of cancer or understand a particular disease based on the mobility of these proteins and all. So combining biology and transport phenomena was mostly my focus, and we were all doing these things in nanoscale. So none of the things which I was working on were visible to the eye. So most of them, the movement of proteins and all, which are like few nanometers in size, I used to use advanced equipment. So I touched upon various things during my PhD, and it was a beautiful journey. And as I said, the most important thing I learned there is like, how do you start a new project? How do you actually create the foundation to understand some problem or frame a problem, and then work on it for months or years together. And that's what I've carried forward into my rest of my career. So I worked with quite a good number of companies. I was an intern at Genentech. So Genentech, currently it's part of the Roche group, but they are the innovators for all the biological drugs in the world. So all the maps. So recently, some of you might have heard of tocilizumab, which was used for COVID treatment, and that is co-invented by Genentech and others. And it has some 20 or so similar blockbuster drugs which originated from Genentech in the 1980s to 2000s, and most of them are being right now mimicked by Indian companies as biosimilars. So it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they have saved millions of lives with their drugs. So in fact, all the products Genentech started working on or launched into the market, they have started new fields of research, and it was a really amazing experience there. But my heart resided in India, so I wanted to come back and work with Indian companies, because I felt like, whatever we do, it should actually be useful to your kith and kin. So if your dad is not able to understand what you're doing, I don't really see like, how people can benefit from it. So my entire objective has been in the last 10 years working with Indian companies like Biologically, Dr. Reddy's and Aurobindo, where we were developing low cost, affordable drugs, which could be either used by Indians or any common person outside India as well. So the major objective was to develop drugs with similar technology as developed in Genentech, but develop them at a cost that, it's 10x lower than what it is right now available in the market. And that was my focus area. I worked biologically on vaccines. At Dr. Reddy's, I worked on diabetes drugs. And at Aurobindo, I did something really life changing for me. I was one of the first 10 members of a biologics unit. When I joined, it was just a farmland. So from there, right now, it's more than 300 member unit with more than 10 products in the pipeline. And it's a fully fledged company. So from a farmland to a full-fledged industry, we did it in 4 years, and I was one of the early team members. And after that experience, I thought, okay, the drugs are really good. They save life at, when it's acute or when people are trying to manage their symptoms. But what else could be done to prevent these things? If someone wants to stay healthy, so if you don't want to use a drug, what should you do? So that's something which came from my personal experiences. I have seen most of my family members, my dad, and most of the immediate family members suffering with chronic diseases and uh, having a much more shorter lifespan. My dad, he passed away when he was 56 or 57, and this is the case with most of the elderly in our family. And the major reason is chronic diseases or diseases which were very acute and difficult to manage. So what we thought, in fact, myself and my younger brother, we are the co-founders of ClearCals. So that's the entire motivation behind ClearCals. We want to bring preventive care to people, which is very affordable and most of the time free of cost, so that they can use it to stay healthy and away from a hospital. So by the time you go to a doctor and you are suffering with a disease, it's your body is already at a stage which is not most of the times irreversible. So our objective is to help people with preconditions, like say for example pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, thyroid issues, dyslipidemia, various several other conditions which are completely reversible. So if you actually change your lifestyle, you can reverse them entirely. Whereas we also help people with who are already diagnosed with chronic conditions like diabetes and others stay healthy and have a really good quality of life using our applications and tools. So the product we have developed at ClearCals is called HINT. It stands for Health Informatics and Nutrition Therapy. So this is basically developed for Indians so that they can use this application, track their lifestyle, and manage their health. And this is how it looks. It's available on the Play Store right now. It's a free application for anyone to use. Using that, you can track your lifestyle, track your nutrition primarily, which is not available in India for free. You will be able to track around 30 essential nutrients, including 12 vitamins and 9 minerals. And you will be able to track around 28 workouts, including 4 forms of yoga, and do various things related to your health. So by knowing what you are and how much you should eat, how much you need to work out, what sort of vitamins and minerals you need to have in your daily diet, you will be able to manage your health very well. And for people who find it difficult to do it by themselves, we are going to provide support of dietitians and expert doctors through plans, where we'll be able to sit with them, create a personalized nutrition plan for them, and help them track their lifestyle and see that. So, for example, there is a diabetes patient with his HbA1c levels at like 9.5 or 10. We will onboard them onto our program and help them manage their diabetes, bring it down to 6.5, or very close to normal, and keep it there. Help them change their lifestyle and acquire healthy habits. And once they are graduated from the program, they can keep using the application. And wherever they see a change in their lifestyle because of a life event, they can always come back and do it. So this is like a lifetime solution for anyone with a chronic condition. And for people who are proactive and who want to prevent chronic conditions, this is really helpful, and it's like 100% effective. You can say if you have pre-diabetes, if your blood sugar level is, if your HbA1c is between 5.7 and 6.5, you can entirely reverse it to less than 5.7 by just tracking your lifestyle and following a nutrition plan. So all these things could be done with this application. I think I'll stop here for the and I'm open for any sort of questions you guys have.
Go ahead, Rohit.
Yes.
You have a question, right?
No, question, not a question, but a heartful comment.
Okay.
So, over the past 2 years, when I joined my bachelor's in chemical engineering, so I was searching for research and all. So, a very good possibility found in US abroad. So, people go abroad and study masters, PhD, since research is very enthusiastic in that area and in that places. So, in that process, I always wanted to see people went to US or abroad for studies, masters and PhD. I rarely see people came back to India and starting up their own business or come. This is something I wanted to see, or I wanted to listen. When you said my heart is in India, so thank you. So my heart opened up. Thank you, sir. So it's all even though you did in RPI, you came back India and serving. So of course, many are serving in India in other way, but doing in our own place. When we see smiles on our own faces or our own people, when we add value to our own people, our education is adding value to them. So this is something, a kind of experience I want, so I can experience from your words. Thank you for that.
So, in fact, to add to what you said, see, it was not only me or my motivation. I had a huge support system. So, my wife, my current wife, and then girlfriend, she was in India, and she's my classmate from OUCT. So, she's a chemical engineer herself and a brilliant student of chemical engineering. She did her master's in IIT Bombay and stayed in India, worked with Deloitte, and currently works with Microsoft. So, and my parents and everyone. So I see the thought of staying back in US never occurred to me. I mean, to be very honest, because I thought, what's the whole point of being there if an entire support system is here, and we can do wonders in India. Like, gone are the days where you have to reside in a particular country to thrive. Okay, now it's a level playing field. In India, you have as much access to resources and technology as in any other country. Maybe they had a head start, other countries had a head start, but I think we are almost there. I mean, we are there. I mean, there is not even the doubt of being almost. So we are there. Anyway, I mean, being in India, you can work on par with any person anywhere in any other country.
Sure, sir. Let us experience New India with all of us.
Wow, Krishna, that was really good. And I can see many ways we can help you. So maybe this is what I'm thinking at this time is Apurva will start talking with you, but maybe if you see, if you understand you will also start understanding who we are, right? While you're talking with Apurva and everything. Because, and then hopefully you can see that your values and our values, are same. We care and you care. And you can see that we are thinking big. We want to, because of the nature we have right now, because of the internet, the socio-economic structures of the society are breaking down at a very fast pace right now. If Elon Musk can do so much, why can't you and I do, at least 1/10 of it, right? So, and I think our team, which has been working together for over 4 years now, um, can so let us have conversations, and during these conversations I'm thinking you will be able to say these are what I am thinking, because you have a future which you are thinking of, right, for this app, and the also many other things that are going to get associated with the app, and other services that are going to get provided. You mentioned a couple of services, and many more services are going to get added to it over time. And so during that process, I think we can we can also join your journey, because this is a beautiful thing that you are trying to do. And many people in India by 40s itself are facing chronic health issues and knee problems and diabetes and all of that, right? So this is a very good project for our people to get involved in. And hopefully there can be a meeting of minds over time, and by which we can make Clear Cal's a $100 million company.
Thop calls, what we say.
Thank you. So yeah, I would be happy to discuss more and see how we can collaborate. So yeah, so I think Apurva raised a hand with the question.
Yes, go ahead, Apurva.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the talk. It was short and very informative. I just have one doubt about the app. I mean, you said it gives you guidance on how to avoid chronic devices, and also it is like something which gives some precautions as well as the cure for diseases, right? So is it I mean, is it just a prediction type of thing, or is it designed to give accurate results for the chronic, I mean, people suffering with chronic
So, very good question, Apurva. So, to answer it, see what we do, we don't do predictions. Okay. I mean, being an engineer, right? You know how a prediction works. If you want to fit something into a model, you can use 3 data points and fit an elephant into it. So, models or predictions are not something we are into. What we do is we have done our research on the scientific evidence available with personalized nutrition in the past 15 years or so, and we have designed protocols. So like for example, a person with diabetes, how does he reverse it or bring it very close to normal, which they call it as remission, and hold on to that levels for as long as possible. So, and how do you prevent complications is something which is scientifically proven how it can be done. Now the difficult part for us was how do you do it in an Indian setup. So for that, what we have done, we have developed a database or an algorithm for a database, which can give you a nutrition profile of any Indian food. So for starting from biryani to any pickle you have in Andhra and Telangana, we have nutrition profile for it. Now
Wow.
the benefit of doing that is you know what exactly lies in that particular food. So rather than recipe being a very subjective thing described by various people based on its taste, it is more of a mathematical equation now for us. So you say a recipe, say biryani, you call it y, could be given as an equation where you have coefficient for each and every nutrient. You have 31 nutrients, so it's a parable or algebraic equation which has y and all these x parameters, x1, x2, and all, which will be each nutrient. So now it's basically a particular equation with coefficients and an outcome. And you can design the same thing for a meal. So basically, what is a meal? You add up 3 recipes together in particular quantities that will have this particular nutrient composition. That will be a meal. Now, if you make a meal plan for a day, it's like all the meals in the day the person has. So we have made it entirely data driven. So the major challenge before we started this was, how does a dietitian know what to recommend to an individual person based on their genetics, microbiome, and all those things? What we have done it is, now you make it into a mathematical equation. So this particular plan will fit into one person. So if the person has a different anthropometric profile, or their genetic profile is different, or their medical history is different, you change it according to their lifestyle. And what you do is, every 2 weeks you iteratively change the nutrition plan over a period of, like, say, 6 sessions or so, like, say, in 3 months time, you arrive at a plan which really absolutely suitable to that individual, to their lifestyle, their likes and dislikes, and they can follow it for a lifetime. So that's what we do. And we have done it for around 6 chronic conditions, chronic segments, like, say, cardiovascular, hypertension is a subset of cardio, and diabetes or related metabolic disorders, gastro, liver, and kidney diseases, and some 9 preconditions starting from obesity to thyroid and micronutrient deficiencies. So when you convert all the subjective thing into math, right, it's pretty straightforward. And this is what we do. Like, we don't burden the patient with all these things. What we'll say is, see, eat these things. This is based on your biochemical parameters, your genetics, and other stuff. So to start with those things, like, and you make it really, really affordable. So instead of charging them, say, thousands or lakhs of rupees for a personalized plan, we ask them, so if you want a entry level plan, instantly on clicking on the app, pay 500 rupees, get the plan. Okay. If you want a personalized one with a health coach or a dietitian working with you, pay at the maximum 2000 rupees. You will just limit everything there, go for a large volume of patients so that you serve more of them and make it sustainable for the company to do it. And also for people of from any walk of life, you can subscribe to the plan. All you need is access to mobile phone. You don't need to own a mobile phone yourself. You have someone in your family or in your vicinity who has a mobile phone. You can ask them to subscribe to a plan, and you can get information from them and follow. If there is someone who is economically challenged, who needs financial support, we are there to help them out for free. We can make them a phone call and explain exactly what to do. But if it's not supported by technology, it's not very effective. You have to do it, it's much more difficult. But if it's supported by technology, it's much more easier. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, sir. And like, it is only based on food, right? I mean, we can only, you only suggest the food they have to eat, and not the medicines or anything, right?
So the center of the entire program is a dietitian, clinical dietitian, who can recommend supplements and food, whereas we always are in touch with the doctor, the consulting doctor of the patient, if the doctor and the patient agree to. What we do is, we look at the prescription and always do it, and we never recommend anything on the medicine, because it's the doctor's job. So if there is no doctor supporting the patient, we will connect them to a doctor who is an expert in that field, and ask them to give them a prescription. And so along with medication, we recommend food and nutrients. We don't want to replace it. We want to supplement the existing therapy.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
Any questions? We have 1 more minute.
Yeah, Krishna. I have lots of questions, but that has to happen some other time.
Sure.
And Sunanda is asking. Sunanda is my senior. I graduated in 1990.
Okay.
Sunanda graduated in 1989. and she wants to know whether the app is only for Android or it is also available for iPhone.
So I'm an iOS user. We want to launch it very quickly, but right now it's under testing, and it will be available in India in January. And if it's outside India, if the person is an Indian outside India, it will be available probably by mid next year. So there are a few steps to go there. So iOS version should be available by end of January.
Okay, very nice. So Krishna, this is really, really good. I mean, you are very young to me, much younger, right? I graduated in 1990. You graduated in 2006, so 16 years. And what you have accomplished is really big. And I'm really proud to see my younger generation do so much. And know that we are all here to support you. We want you to win.
Thank you.
So let us keep, talk. Let us keep talking, and let us see where this goes. Thank you, Krishna.
One more word or sentence before I leave. Tomorrow I'm visiting OUCT for an induction lecture. So I was invited by the principal of the college for induction lecture to meet the first year students who have just joined OU. So if there is anyone who is still part of OUCT studying there, I would be happy to meet them before or after. So I'll be available from 11:30 to 1 o'clock tomorrow in the college auditorium. And after that, I'll be happy to connect with all of you and have a chat.
So we'll be on the campus. We'll meet, sir. We'll meet for sure.
We'll be very interested to meet you, sir.
So do you know what time you're coming there, Krishna?
Yeah. So my lecture is between 11:30 to 1. So I'll be there by 10:30 or 10:45.
Okay.
Maybe we can meet you after the lecture, sir.
Sure.
Yes, at one.
We'll be having classes during that time. So after I'm done, I'll be there. So Apurva has my number. You guys can ping me and we'll definitely meet.
Sure. Thank you for that information as well.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, can everyone unmute yourself and let us, clap for Krishna and thanks for.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.